welcome to Millennials Talk That Ish. As y'all know, I am Monet. And today we're going to talk about having kids that you can't take care of.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it mentally fucks with the kid. And I feel like we need to stop.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something that needs to stop. I feel like if you know that you cannot take care of a certain amount of kids, whether it's financially, emotionally being there for the child, anything.
There's a lot to parenting than like just financially. I need y'all to really grasp and understand that. Seriously.
Because if you mentally can't be there for yourself, honestly, you mentally can't be there for nobody else.
Right.
Don't have kids if you can't take care of them. If you can't be a good parent. Like,
right. You can't provide the proper resources for your child and you see that you're like struggling on one or two.
Why you having
It's time to put the brakes on it until you get where you need to be. You will never be 100% ready to be a parent. This is what we all know. However, you should be able to have enough resources to where you could make sure that they're eating and they can have nutritional meals. It shouldn't be days where your children are like starving and you gotta choose if you're gonna eat or if they're gonna eat, and if they can have a snack and stuff like that. Stop having kids.
Yeah, when you get to that point, then you bring in another one in this, and then it's like they just be so careless.
Yeah.
Like constantly getting pregnant and stuff like that. It's like you don't see there's a problem here.
Right.
Like I know a lot of mothers who constantly have kids and still be in their mother's house, and it's like, how you got 4
in a room?
Like you don't even live by yourself.
Right. And then you also gotta think like that's the inconvenience to whom you're living with. If you're not living alone, like you having all these kids in their house, and that a lot of parents, once their kids reach a certain age, you're like, okay, great, this is my time. So then you keep bringing all these kids, it's like, oh my God, it's the cycle starts over again, then over again, and then over again. And after a while, I'm not gonna hold y'all. When you have too many baby showers, I stop coming. I'm not gonna keep supporting your habit. If you choose that babies, great. Fill up the world. However, I'm not gonna keep buying.
Personally, I'm not.
Diapers and wipes.
After the second child, I ain't having another baby shower. Just bring me a gift if you want to.
For real. At this rate, you need maybe have like a Pampers and wipes dinner party. I don't know.
I wouldn't do anything, honestly. I'm pregnant again. That's it. I'm pregnant again. There I go.
Yeah, you can't keep having parties, baby. I can't afford you.
One, that's a waste of money. Constantly having, especially if you got a boy and a girl already. It's like, what are you having another baby shower for? Like, for what?
Yeah, use some hand-me-downs from that boy and that girl. It's okay. It's fine.
We all do it.
Yeah, it's alright. They can fit it, right? It's good, still good use? Alright.
Because honestly, your real friends and family will buy you something anyway.
That's the whole fact.
You don't have to go above and beyond inviting everybody to get a whole bunch of new shit for what?
Right. And you won't use that stroller again too. Cause especially if I bought it, it's probably a great stroller. I spent a lot of money on it. You're gonna use that stroller again. I'm gonna let you know that.
She's stupid. Especially if she bought it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You better not throw that away.
It's probably an expensive stroller, so you better use it again. It's not a one-time thing.
That's a fact.
So, I'm just gonna put that disclaimer out there for my friends.
Meaning me. I'm probably the one who will have another child.
I'm just saying.
But no, like, I really feel like a lot of parents don't realize how it can mentally fuck with their kid.
I agree.
When you can't take care of them the way that they should be taken care of.
Right.
Like she said, sitting here having to figure out who's gonna eat, that's a problem. And when you're doing that with multiple kids, not even just one, and when you was already doing it with the one, that's an issue.
Because having one and not being established to where you need to be can still be a lot. You know, you still gotta take care of this little human, this innocent little human, because they didn't ask to be born. So if you see, like, you know, all right, this is a bit much.
Yeah.
I think that's when you gotta make the conscious decision, like, not right now. Let me give myself some time to try to get in a better predicament, so that, you know, I don't traumatize 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, 5, or whatever, however. Even if you desire to have a big family, that is okay, and it's okay to multiply, but you need to make sure you got the proper resources to multiply.
In every way.
Yeah. Not just financial.
Yes, in every way.
Everything.
We spoke a few weeks back on how, like, you have some parents who have a kid and they know that they shouldn't have a second one and still do because of, like, wanting to be free. That's another way that we're speaking of. If you know that you mentally weren't even ready for the first kid and you weren't really there for that kid as much as you should have been, why go on and have another kid and then put that kid off to other people? Because that's what happens. Your kids get put off to other people. And it's like, why are you having the second one if you did it with the first one?
That's a fact. It's a fact.
Like, you already know that you were not ready for this first one. You went out a lot with this first one. You're going out every week. Why are you sitting here having another one to do the same thing to them?
We waiting.
Because I personally don't get it. I am, as we spoke multiple times, I am a mother who is there with my child all the time. I had a mother who was there with her kids unless she was at work all the time. So it's just like, I don't understand it personally. Because just like, why are you having kids if you're not going to be there?
Right, because it's not like you taking your little mommy breaks or whatever, your parenting breaks, whatever the case may be. Like, okay, because we all know parents need breaks.
Yeah.
Right? But the constant, your child is basically living with your parent or a different caretaker because you just like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I want to have a life.
Yeah.
You should not continue having children because that's traumatic for the child. You got to think outside yourself. My also thing is, like, I just watched this video on Instagram, and it was a woman. She has 6 kids, and her husband doesn't work. She doesn't work. They receive public assistance, and they live in a impoverished area. So they have trouble with food and stuff like that. And she gets a certain amount of food, and it'll last. And she'll buy like big things of rice and stuff like that, so it could try to last them. But she always talked about towards the end of the month how they start to be hungry and things of that nature. So my thing is, some of her kids are school aged. I don't know all the ages, so I don't want to terribly speak out of turn. So if I do speak out of turn, anybody can jump in and you know, fix it up.
Right.
But I don't believe any of her kids are at the age where you need to stay home with them. Like, they can all be in school, and I'm not talking like daycare or whatever. I'm talking like first grade. And so on. Because I already know how people feel about like daycare sometimes and stuff like that. Believe me, I get it.
And I was one of them.
Okay. So, and also she's not a person who's homeschooling her child. So, her children. The father does, like I said, the father. So my thing was, why it doesn't specify why the father doesn't work. So I'm like, is he on disability? Did he hurt? Like, what's the issue? And then, so everybody in the comments is like, you know, this is so sad. And to me, it is so sad. But not to me, I'm not sad for you. I'm sad for the kids.
Yeah,
because my thing is, you've been in this impoverished neighborhood. She said she grew up there. She know the neighborhood, and you have all these children. Why did you continue to have children knowing that you struggled? This is not a new struggle for her.
Especially after 6.
So you're at 6 children in. And then they try to say, like, you know, I guess people in the neighborhood try to help with nutritional values and things. I'm like, that's not the problem, though. The problem was you had too many kids.
Yeah.
So you can give someone, you know, a nutrition class, but the problem is she does not have the resources to feed them through the end of the month.
I'm even trying to why don't one of them work?
I don't know. So that's what my thing was. Why doesn't someone work? And I know somebody is about to say, like, you know, they probably got something going on. In some way, somehow, I feel like we gotta make it happen. So, like, I grew up in the South. My grandmother did not have a car. However, we use public transportation. My grandmother timed the buses. So she knew what time, whatever, to get to wherever. So if you need to have a job and you don't have a car, because she doesn't have a car, she said she gets a ride from her neighbor to go to like a store that's similar to like BJ's, so she can buy in bulk. You gotta clock it. One, if I know that we are not in a situation, I'm not gonna continue having kids.
Yeah, to continue having 6 kids. 6
kids.
Because like, when did they get
lovely little kids?
When did they get into this situation that she ever had? Then why did you continue to have kids, both of y'all? Why did you continue to let this man?
That's what I'm like, yo. I know we want to have sympathy, but we also gotta have accountability.
Yes, and that be the problem.
Right. So if I'm in a situation where I know I just can't afford it, I'm not gonna continue having children. I'm already struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna continue having children. Also, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. If I gotta find a part-time job,
Mm-hmm.
then at least I can have some income coming in. Whether she stayed at home and was the caretaker, and he went out and did work, or he stayed at home and was the caretaker and she went.
I don't care who it is at that point. You got 6 kids.
One of you guys should have a job, because both of you guys are on public assistance and you're still not getting enough to where you're able to feed your children.
Mm-hmm. And from what it sounds like,
yourself.
Right, and from what it sounds like, whether one of them get a job or not, they'll probably still have that public assistance to help because they have so many kids. That's how they work. Unless he get like an amazing job that can literally take care of all of them.
I don't feel like that was
exactly.
So my thing is, we gotta have some accountability.
Because that little bit of money that one of them will bring in can help with that end of the month problem that they have.
Or even if y'all found like an offer books job, there are still many out there. You just gotta use word of mouth. Shit, I got a neighbor who work off the books. So, and she's young. So I just felt like, oh my God, you guys are putting kids in a traumatic experience when you guys do that. It's not no longer about you. We are in a different generation, and we not back in the day where all they did was have kids. Like our grandmothers and stuff, all they did was have kids.
And there wasn't a lot of contraception for them to stop the process.
It wasn't a lot of resources for women in general.
Yeah.
So,
so that made sense back then. Where you hear like our parents or our grandparents talking about we had to go without eating and stuff.
Right.
They didn't have the resources to prevent pregnancies like So they did have 7, 13 kids.
Easily.
Yeah, versus now we have all those resources. So it's like, why are you choosing?
At this rate.
Yeah.
Just continue at this. And you know, they were, they looked like maybe they was in like their 40s, 50s. It's time to stop dumping. Go on, cut the venom.
Honestly.
Cut the venom.
After 6, I don't know. I personally don't even know how people have 6 kids.
Yeah, I ain't gonna.
But because I did it, and I barely want to do it a second time.
I feel the same way, even with the whole like Nick Cannon situation, and he's financially confident.
Honestly,
I feel the same way with NBA YoungBoy, Moneybag Yo, all Future, all these people with these bunch of kids and different mothers. This is my perspective on it, and I feel maybe it's going to be a lot of people that may disagree. You are not going to be a productive father with all these kids that are not in one household. Now hold on, y'all, right? All your kids live in different houses, and one, it's not like they lined up on a block and you bought them each a house and your kids are right next door. One, they're not gonna really know their siblings like that. That's one. 2, the mothers may not always get along. 3, you can't be in the same household every minute at the same time. So if this one is having a birthday and this one is having a birthday and this one is having a graduation and this one is having an ice skate and they all in one day, how are you going to choose what to do?
Yep.
Where to go? Because I guarantee you go to one and don't go to the rest of the 7, it's going to be a problem.
Yep.
So I feel like if this one is having an emotional crisis and this one is too, and it's totally separate emotional crisis, maybe I don't even want the other one to know about my emotional crisis. How are you going to deal with that if you yourself are not living in none of these households? None of that. Matter of fact, you might even have a whole separate girlfriend.
Yep.
You live in a whole separate house, and all 30 of your kids are all in separate households. How are you being a productive father?
For real, because let's be real, even the mothers, they might be like, oh no, you can't have him this week, and this is when you're getting the rest of your kids. And I was like, now this sibling is being left out because you went on to have a whole bunch of kids with different mothers. It plays a part both ways, honestly, women and men. I didn't, and I never thought about that. So, and that's a good point, because you see men, they go off, have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women, and it's a lot of times they do not bring all those kids together.
It's not productive. It's not productive.
It's not.
Now, if you're talking to me and you're saying, I'm poly, okay? Then I'm like, okay. All your kids is under one household. There's a difference. If you want to have a bunch, you want to multiply, baby, multiply. I am all for continuing the black race. Multiply in one household. If you're gonna have multiple wives or whatever the case may be, they all need to be in one household, and you need to be that ruler of your kingdom then. If that's the case.
Right, and we are not talking about the people who might have one baby mother and then go off and have another and be with that baby mother. We specifically talking about the ones who be having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different baby mothers at once.
Y'all heard the people I named, so maybe play stupid. Don't play stupid.
Right.
We not gonna do that.
Specifically the people that she named.
We not even gonna do that.
Cause NBA YoungBoy got like 6, 7 different baby mothers.
Bro, and he's not even 25, bro.
Not at all.
Like,
and you don't really see him with his kids.
And my thing is, financial is not the only matter of parenting.
Yes. Like,
I need you to be there spiritually. I need you to be there mentally. I need you to be able to support me. Are you gonna be able to support me? I don't just need your money. I need that and then some. Your kids are gonna go through so many trials and tribulations, even being well off.
Like you mentioned, the whole having a graduation and a birthday around the same time or the same day.
Right.
Fetty Wap has 2 kids who were born the same year, meaning that they most likely graduate around the same time, depending on where they live. Let me say that.
Right.
But if they live within the same region, their graduation is gonna be very close to each other, meaning that it could even be the same day. Right. Same time. How is he gonna do that?
And then look at Nick Cannon. He's having most of these people having twins, like twins. He's shooting.
And then he has another big.
He got like 17 on the way, bro. Like, and when he's shooting, he don't miss.
And he said he don't care.
But and then they pulled up an interview, and he literally said, basically, I'm having all these kids because I think I might die soon. So you having all these kids not even to be here to make all these women single mothers?
Because you know he has lupus.
So what? That's
I
selfish.
don't think he's right. I do not think that is right. That is very selfish.
You having all these kids for these women to be single mothers?
And for them to grow up without a father. Honestly, that would make me want to stop having kids. Knowing that I might go.
You had enough. You got enough.
Right, like you already had kids here who could take on your legacy, bro. Like, and to be with different women, it's not even like it's with the same women.
You're
That's
not even
problem.
establishing nothing with none of these women.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I'm so happy your dark skin got away.
Yeah, it was gonna
I don't know if she did. Oh, she can't.
That's why he left her.
Oh, okay. Oh, he left her. Yeah. I was bugging.
Yes.
Well, she dodged.
She did a whole thing, and she was like, I feel hurt because like damn. Because right after that, he had a baby. He got somebody pregnant right after that.
She don't even realize she dodged the bullet.
Dodged a bullet, bro. She dodged a bullet.
Because he just trying to have kids, like
you can't even say that you like something about these. Like, do you like any of these women you multiplying with, or you just shooting clubs up? Like y'all just like
I feel like the one that just had twins or is pregnant with twins, that's the one he likes the most.
Okay.
Cause I think that's the one he has another baby with already.
Don't he got like 7 of them with each of them.
Yeah, but I think she has another baby by him already. I feel like that's the one he likes the most. The other ones is just here for him to
just shoot up. Just shoot up. Like a crackhead, just shooting up.
You're so stupid.
I would be so upset, bro.
But they're letting him.
Yeah.
They're like, and it could be money.
And then when we come back to it, y'all gonna come to us years later on somebody raggedy ass shade room talking about him do this and he don't be here and he don't. You let him do it.
Obviously, he ain't there. He ain't with y'all enough.
Just because he at the photo shoot don't mean nothing.
I saw a post that was like Nick Cannon is always there for the photo shoot.
Bro.
I was like, damn.
Now what if he get people pregnant and they go on label the same day?
Cause it can happen.
Now explain to me how you gonna let me know you gonna be late to the birth of our child, cause you gotta be over there. And how you gonna pick where you gonna be first?
I ain't going. I ain't going to neither.
Bro.
I'm not going to neither.
That's a setup.
Right, I'm not going to neither. Y'all both just gonna have to give birth without me, honestly. I'll come the next day.
Yo.
Whoever give birth first is who I will go to first, cause I'll see that baby first. You still in labor? All right, this baby already born.
You not? No.
You let me know when this
I'm
baby
letting
born.
you know. You come in with me, you not leaving. I don't care who is. I don't care. Let me see you walk out that door. I dare you. I will get off this table and move the IV with me. The baby could be dangling out my pussy. I will beat the fuck out of it. I dare you to walk out this door, bro. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
See, that's what we talking about. Like,
I dare you to walk out this door.
Men do it in their own way where they mentally fuck up kids because they keep having unnecessary kids.
And then y'all know that story gonna be talking shit. Your daddy, he chose to be at the other lady. He didn't even see you come out. He wasn't even there for the birth of you. He couldn't even decide.
That's why he having all these kids with them type of women that he having kids
The
with.
stupid women. And I don't know if it's for money or financial security, whatever the case may be. But let me tell you, he ain't no billionaire. Y'all better slow up. Now,
I don't care how much money he
y'all
got.
having all these babies with Jeff Bezos.
Okay, all right.
Baby, he can shoot the club. He can shoot
With all that money he
all
got.
that money. He can shoot the club.
Nah, but for real,
But
like,
on some serious, like that's not productive.
at all. How are you gonna be a good parent? Like, you're gonna be very limited. Cause we see that with forget rich people. We see that now with
these regular men who got all these kids by all these different women, and
you can only try but so hard to be an completely 24-hour active parent
and still work and still have a social life. You know, still be you.
Like, I have a friend who legit, he doesn't work right now, but when he was working, he had a set day on when he saw his kids, but it was just once a week, and it's like that's not productive.
You don't know what's going on in your kid life, bro. Kids go through things every day. They go through different changes every day.
And don't get me wrong, he's a great father. Yes, he's a great father when he can be, but when you have kids that you don't live with and you have another kid over here, like his other son, he don't see as often as he sees.
But that's why if y'all not under one household, then it is counterproductive. It is. It is. Like, I am not against poly living because I feel like if you are into having multiple children and keeping the earth, do you? I am not against it actually at all. Like, and that's from my growth because I used to be hell bent against it. Like, y'all stupid.
But with like Nick Cannon, no, they still stupid. But with Nick Cannon's children, what? I feel like you're still dumb, but if you know this is what's going on, y'all might as well all be in the same household. Like Nick Cannon's situation. We all publicly know that he's having babies by these multiple women. They should be in the same household.
They should be. They might as well live in one big house so that all their children can know each other. They can grow up together.
It's publicly out there that he's with all of y'all. If you're choosing to still be with this man and to continuously have kids with this man, y'all might as well all be in that big ass house of his.
I agree.
And just do what y'all do.
I couldn't do it because diseases are real.
It's dumb as hell. I couldn't do it either.
Now I don't think poly is dumb. I'm not gonna lie. The traditional poly, I don't think it's dumb. What the new generation is doing now, y'all not doing poly correctly. Everybody knows when you get married the first time, the actual first wife chooses the second wife.
Yes.
Poly is literally to keep the generations going. Because everybody knows you have a child. A woman can't have it 17. Well, shit, I don't know. Unless she got a real condition. But she can, you don't have, it's not known for you to have multiple kids at one time. And some men want a lot of kids.
Yeah.
That's cool. You're under one household. He has the means to take care of you and the kids.
Yes.
Okay?
All of them.
All of y'all are equally taken care of. That's one thing. But what y'all doing, it's not poly. It's not. Y'all not live. Y'all not.
You know what's crazy? I feel like what people consider poly now is mainly just for sex.
It is just for sex.
Like,
because y'all weirdos. Y'all really sick in the head.
Yeah, I don't think it has to do with anything of keeping the generation going.
No.
It's literally...
Poly life is literally for being fruitful. It's literally just that. Continuing the black race, continue whatever race, whatever. Because there's an Indian man out there right now.
Right, because like she said, us as women, we only could have so many kids. Having a lot of babies can mess up your body physically.
Right.
So we can't be out here having 17 kids. I don't want to do that.
I can't do probably like, because I ain't gonna hold you. Your kids get on my nerve, my kids get on my nerve.
And I don't like other people's kids, so.
And then and no matter what they say, a lot of y'all do be having that jealous streak, because you always gonna have a favorite.
Yes.
A favorite baby mother, a favorite wife, a favorite. We even got favorite exes. So.
Honestly.
Call a spade a spade. It is what it is. I mean. But I just feel like y'all having all these children is not productive. Y'all causing a lot of trauma. Y'all causing a lot of heartache. Y'all putting a lot of kids in the system because a lot of y'all can't take care of them. And now they really messed up when they get in the system. It's just...
that part though. Like, I have an old friend, and I think his 3 oldest is in the system. And they're by 2 different women.
Oh my God.
In the system. And the second baby mother, I never understood why she went on to have another one when y'all both couldn't take care of the one y'all had, and now both of them are in the system. That sucks. And like, she has another baby.
That's like my best friend Olivia adopted 2 beautiful young ladies, and their mother got like 3 other kids, and she has none of them. Like.
That right there is ridiculous.
Crazy to me. Y'all continue to have these children, and then y'all don't take care of them, can't take care of them, won't
physically
take care
abuse them because you can't mentally deal with them.
Yo, please. Like, it's one girl I know. She had a baby only to compete with her boyfriend's baby mother, who he actually cheated on her with. So she had a baby. But if you meet this girl,
she said compete.
This girl is not meant to have no kid. Like, you would think that was her little sister. The way their relationship is, that's her little sister. That's her little sister. Like, and I went out with them one time, and she just was not paying this little girl no mind. Like, the little girl just. And I told my friend, like, I will never go out with y'all again, and y'all kid. I will never do this ever again. Like, I could not handle it. Like, I was the one taking care of the little girl. Like, no, come on, baby, come sit down.
Right.
We had dinner, proper dinner etiquette. You cannot be climbing on shit. Like, there's just certain things you cannot do. You cannot do
at all.
And I just could not. And she literally only had a baby because her boyfriend had a baby with another girl who she was beefing with, and he cheated on her with. He literally cheated on her, got the girl pregnant, and you just wanted to show the girl, oh, I'm still here. So you went and got pregnant and had a baby. You don't even really want the baby. Like, you don't want her. You want to live your life. Because her mother always has this little girl.
I'm stuck. What be in your minds when y'all do that? Compete. I'm competing with my damn self. I'm not competing. You let that man go get you pregnant. That's your business.
Bro.
I'm not competing with you. I'm not competing with nobody, especially if I know I don't want nobody kids.
Bro. Not a mother. She has no maternal instinct. None.
I feel like somebody tried to compete with me before. I feel like my baby father's ex, because she was mad that she didn't keep her baby. And I feel like it was because of me. Because I had a baby with him.
Oh my God.
Already. And I feel like that she was upset because he didn't want her to keep it.
That's so crazy.
And he let me keep it. He didn't have no fucking choice. He didn't let me do anything. I told him I'm keeping it. So that's her fault. She went on and got an abortion because she was upset about it.
That is insane to me.
Why y'all competing with women with babies?
Y'all don't even want kids.
Yeah, like you're not ready.
Wanting a kid. That's a lot of people's story though. That's a lot of people's story. Y'all only have the baby because the baby father did whatever, and then y'all went and had the baby to show the girl.
It is a lot of people's story.
I'm here. I'm still here. I'm his Valentine. He not letting me go. You see, he's so laid up with me. Da 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 da.
No,
like,
it is.
And now you don't bring this little human into the world. You're gonna be fucked up.
I can't.
You don't even want to be a mother.
I can't say who I'm talking about right now because it's a little bit too personal. But so when I know mother stopped taking birth control so that she could be born, and so that it was like, oh, maybe if he'll if I get pregnant, he'll leave his girlfriend for me. But the girlfriend wound up getting pregnant too. Same time. The girlfriend wound up getting pregnant at the same time, and which mentally fucked up the kid.
What's wrong with y'all?
Because her mother wanted to go on and, oh, I'm gonna stop taking birth control so I could get pregnant. Yo, he got a girlfriend that he loves. This is what, like you said, it's a lot of people's story. Shit like that. They have babies to try to keep a man.
That's not gonna keep him. Only way to keep a man is the man has to want to be kept. Like, he gotta want to be with you, cause he gonna put in the work to be with you. And that just goes with humans in general. I'm not gonna stay nowhere I don't want to be.
That's a fact. Cause they went on to have another child after the first one, like the him and his girlfriend. So you went off trying to keep this baby, trying to have a baby so he could be with you. He wound up getting pregnant. Now your child and his first child is the same age, and then he goes on to have another child. That shows.
And now he's making a whole family with
years later at that. Not even 2 years. It was 5 years later.
Oh, y'all better be glad it's not like Hennessy or something. Y'all stressing me out.
But not really. Just stop having kids if you cannot take care of them in every aspect, in every way, men and women.
Yes.
Because it's so much more than, once again, so much more than financially taking care of a child.
Especially when you got that one already. The one is a tester.
It is. It is. People look at me now and be like, why you didn't have a second one already? Because I'm not ready yet.
Bro.
I'm not ready. I was 20 when I had him. I need to live my life a little bit now.
Yes, I'm not gonna be like you know how many women at my job is like, I want to say they like 35 and they just regret having kids in their 20s because they like, bro, because now literally they're wilding. They're wilding now. They're wilding out and they're like, because my kids took my 20s. Yeah. I said, no, baby, your kids did not take your 20s.
You took your 20s.
You took your 20s. You decided to have kids. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. But you decided not to wait a little longer.
Right.
Like, legit, I know for a fact my 20s were taken from me because I made the choice to have a baby.
Right. But she also made the choice to not continue.
Exactly. Because I saw what it did. I couldn't, when I was working at Target, I had a group of friends that constantly did stuff, and I couldn't do it. Right. I couldn't go with them. Even like Nia travels a lot. There's certain times I can't go with her. I couldn't go with her a lot because I couldn't find someone who would babysit for that many amount of days. It's so much that go, especially a toddler and a young child. My son, he's now coming into a certain age group. He's about to be 8. Around that time, I could send him off. Go.
Exactly. He could dress himself, he could support himself, he could advocate for himself.
So at this point, it's like, okay, I want to take these years to myself before I decide to go off and have another one. And I'm only going to have another one when I feel like, okay, I'm ready for another one.
Right.
I feel like, okay, I did what I wanted to do. I could take these next few years to do this again.
Right.
I don't want to do it right now, so I refuse to go off and have another baby.
Bro.
Y'all just be wildin'.
You're going to be 40 and wildin'.
Right, I don't want to be 40. I don't want to have to be 40 and wildin'.
40 and wildin', and literally, you would not know that they're 40 because they're so immature in the mindset. And you're like, Jesus, you're stuck in this age because you feel like your kids took away whatever from you. Yep. But in reality, you decided to have them.
Even like our grandparents and stuff. Like my grandmother has 7. And I feel like she never really got to enjoy herself. That to the point when she retired, her first time on a plane was to Israel. Like, my grandmother was like, I am leaving. I'm going. She's out. Like, none of her trips have been like small trips. And
she's doing
Israel,
big things.
Yeah, Israel, Europe, and that's because she literally didn't really have no time. She had 4 kids, kind of like really 5 kids, because my oldest uncle passed. But she had 5 of them like back to back. It was my uncle, a year later another uncle, 2 years later one uncle, a year later my aunt, 2 years later my mom. She stopped there for a good 9 years, but then came my other aunt 9 years later. That's not much time if you really think about it, because like I said, my son is just now getting into a certain age where I can push him off, but she had 4.
Oh my God.
She had 4 around the same age. She can't push them off to nobody. Then you have one, 9 years later after that fourth one, and then 3 years later, that's your last one. She never really had no time.
I would kill myself.
She literally was raising kids her whole life.
I would fucking shoot myself. I would shoot myself.
Because then, now the oldest ones are having babies too. And her grandkids are always over there. And I'm not gonna lie, I can see like when it comes to like my younger cousins, like the really, really little ones, I can see she doesn't really discipline.
Cause she's tired.
Exactly, cause she's tired. Cause literally her whole life was kids. I refuse to be like that.
I'm not gonna do that. That's why I didn't have.
When I'm a grandparent, I want to be able to be a grandparent.
Oh, for real.
And I wanted to have been some time from my kids.
Yeah, I need a break.
I feel like my grandmother never really had that break.
No, I feel bad for a lot of, like, I ain't gonna lie, my grandma, she knew what the fuck she was doing. My baby was one and done with my mom. One and done.
She only had one too?
Only had one. My grandmother, my baby, she had like four of them. 1, 4 and done. That's it.
No,
but like
real.
everybody else in my family, you know, they had like 7, 8 kids. I was like, no, y'all bitches are stressed.
And don't get me wrong, I understand.
But they the reasons why we have big families.
Right.
So.
And I do understand if you have one kid having another one maybe 2 years later, because then technically you're doing it all at the same time.
I agree.
But it's the ones that be like 5 to 6, 7 years
Some of y'all
later.
be 11 months apart, like, oh.
11 months apart I can't do. I'm sorry, wildin'. I feel like there should be a limit to how long you wait to have another. Because, hold on, because you want me to have a 1-year-old and a newborn at the same time? Nope, not doing it.
No.
Not doing it. Literally,
no.
My uncles that I was talking about, they literally 2 years apart. One birthday is like the 17th, the other birthday is like the 19th or the 18th, I don't know. But even that's too young for me personally. 2 years apart is too much for me. Because y'all don't really think about what y'all are dealing with. Yes, we are strong mothers, we handle it, but a 2-year-old
no.
and a newborn?
No.
I already gotta watch the 2-year-old every morning.
No.
And now I'm dealing with a crying baby?
No.
So I get it to an extent of the ones who only to the point of raising them at the same time. But I also feel like that prolongs the
if I have twins, it's not happening.
I don't even want those.
If I don't have twins, I'm not doing the whole close and
I don't even want twins.
I'm not doing. My child got to be able to dress themselves before I can have another. I cannot.
Don't
you know what kind of trauma it is to get a 1-year-old and a newborn dressed and ready to. Yo, let me tell y'all from my experience. We not going. How about that? We're not going.
Honestly, I don't think
how many parties we skipped.
No, for real, I don't think I would go anywhere either. I think that would be when I stay in the house the most.
We're not. Little about to have attention. We're not going on the street. Fuck it. We're going in the house. Fuck it. We're not
right,
going.
be crying with them.
We're not fucking going.
Yo, right now having my little cousin in the house with my child, I'd be like, this is what it would be like. I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute.
I want a refund.
Now when I have another child, Amir's gonna be like 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna have my newborn. He gonna be able to help me.
And that's why I'm also gonna wait till I'm married, because
yes,
not that it really make a difference, but when I have my kid, I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna put it on this daily flat, and my friend's gonna be outside.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run outside in the car with my friends.
Yeah, sounds about right.
My person gonna already be on the porch. Okay.
Honestly, you think you're gonna know I put that there. I put that there last night.
Baby, mind you, my overnight bed been at their house 2 weeks ago.
Yup.
My plane tickets, they bought that last year. So baby, let me tell you, that's on with your daddy.
No, and that's another reason why I haven't had another child. I'm not married. My situation with my first child and his father wasn't the greatest. It's better. It's way better now. But when it first happened, it wasn't the greatest, and I just refused
to be in that situation.
Yeah, to be in that situation again. Yes, it could go both ways.
Right.
It could go, I have a baby with my husband and it messes up our marriage.
Right.
Or it could be the greatest of things.
Right.
I just prefer for me to be married because I feel like it's more of a security thing.
Right, and we also probably more than likely had this conversation before we even got married.
Right.
Like, hey, you want to start a family, you want to do this. This is what we're going to do. So we both kind of got the idea, like, okay, this is our common goal. Even though, you know, things do change, but at the end of the time, we both have a common goal. I would rather that than me being a boyfriend and a girlfriend and then an accident happen.
Yeah.
Because, you know, shit happens. Yeah, it's going to happen. But I would prefer
And
you to be my
can't leave
husband.
me as quick. You can't leave us as quick.
Yeah.
Personally.
Now you go to your man cave and you're going to work it out.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think that's all for today, right?
Yeah.
We just, you know, felt like we needed to put that out there because it goes on now a lot when we have more resources to prevent these things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, we here every Thursday. Nia, say your line, girl.
So like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment and share it to all y'all.